Okay, here we go for another paint with me. Even though, like I said in the last one, I said I wasn't going to do very many of these. But again, that's what I'm doing right now. Maybe later on I got to work on something else. And so maybe I'll do... Wow, that was a rude noise. Maybe I'll do a video of that other thing too. Let's see. I know. Painting another trio set. I gotta move these over. This is the second coat that I'm doing. I haven't decided yet if I'm gonna do a third coat or not, but like based on this, because this is second coat, I think it is getting a third. And I'm painting so many of these. I've got 10, 20, 30 little blocks to paint. Son of a building block, I just painted the wrong side on that one. Didn't need those sides. Oh well. These are the sides I need to paint. Anyway, since I have so many of them to paint, by the time I'm done painting the last one for one coat, the first one on that I painted is already ready to be painted again. So that makes it fun and easy. That's why when you're crafting something, it's much easier to make several of that something at once than just making one whole thing and then going around making now another whole thing. Like if I tried to make 10 of these all like one at a time, no, that would take forever. It already takes me forever to do anything. It's kind of sort of assembly line style in a way. Like I'm going to paint all these. And then I'm hoping by the end of the day, no, it's not going to happen. I was going to say I'm hoping by the end of the day they would be all set to spray, but they won't. Because after I paint all the green on them, I got one more coat to go after this. Then I have to put their little eyes on, and then I can spray them with the sealer. Because the eyes are going to be painted too, so you got to seal it all at once. That's why you make several at once. Well, that's why I make several at once, not you. You do you. But when I create my items, I try to, unless it's an experiment. If I'm doing an experiment, then I will make anywhere from 1 to maybe 4 of them just to see how it goes and if I like it, because I don't want to have to scrap like 10. I have this thing with 10s. Like when I start a project or whatever, I'm going to make 10 of those. Why? I don't know, because 10 is a good number. 10 has always been a favorite number of mine. I don't know why. What else? What else is there? As soon as all these loud trucks go by my house. Goodness. I do like to film outside, and I talk about how like I have to stop and start some thoughts a lot because of noises like that. I try to pay attention and listen for when they're coming, like this one. So apparently on one of my videos I just talked through it and I didn't even notice it, and I uploaded it and somebody commented, geez, that car went so close I felt it in my eyes, or something like that. I just had to laugh about it because it's true. My house is very close to the road, although where I sit is not close. I mean, it's kind of close to the road, but I could go further if I wanted, but then I'd have to get like 100-foot extension cord for my tools, so I don't do that. But it just was funny because, yeah, and some of these things that go by the house are so loud. It's insane. It's absolutely ridiculous. I'm going to try to make this not as rambly as I did a paint with me last week, and I've not posted it yet. I will have posted it by the time you see this one. It was so cringe. I had to take out so much stuff on that because I rambled so much on that, and I'm going to try not to do that today. Look at this one. Was an experiment. I don't know if I like the experiment or not. We'll see when the experiment is over. Okay, I still have some more painting here to do. Let me say what I'm doing here. the brush I was using, though I liked it and I liked the size of it, it kept leaving brush strokes. Oh my God, no matter how many coats I did and all that stuff. And I don't really, I know they say like one of the tricks is to sand in between coats. I hate doing that because then you end up sanding, I don't know, maybe I'm just heavy-handed, but you end up sanding off some of the paint and it's like, what was the point of that? Again, I know what's the point of that, but I still don't like it. So I'd rather not have to do it. But if you gotta, you gotta. The other thing I don't like is that I have to use this sponge brush now. And I hate using sponges because check this out. Like, look at it. See, that just looks like a little paint, but look at it. Soaks up the paint. It wastes so much paint. I hate it. But I think in this case, it's a necessary evil. So I'm going to go and I'm going to paint the rest of these with this stupid sponge brush and hope that I can get rid of at least some of the brush strokes that I've gotten from the previous coats. Other than that, I'm just gonna do what my daughter calls a full send and just make them, send them out with brush strokes on them, and that's the nature of handmade, I guess. I'm not a factory. I don't use factory techniques, so I don't get factory results. If you want factory results, go shop at Walmart. Okay, so check it out. These are dry now after I did the sponge. And, I mean, they look better than I thought they would. But they're still... see, this is the side I didn't do. This is the side I did with the sponge. This is the side I did with the brush. So, yes, it does look better. Not perfect, but that's okay. I will deal with not perfect. So... now I'm going to do the other side with the sponge, and then I'll finally be done and can do their eyeballs, and that's that.